And we're back. Welcome back. Thought I'd put another video in here before it gets to be another 30-degree day coming up. But today is nice. We've got it up to a whopping 53 degrees in here. And we are working on this opaque blue Schwinn. We're going to put the white wall on the front wheel, which is over here, and we have a new tube. And we're going to put some slime in it right now. Before we even mess around with taking this old tube and tire off, we're going to put the slime in this new tube. And I hope everyone's doing well. This is part 3 of the opaque blue 1973 Schwinn Hollywood. Just when you thought I was done, I wasn't. Alright. And no, I checked, slime does not really freeze. Maybe that's why it's green. I don't know, but there's plenty of vehicles out there with slime in there, and lots of cars and bikes with slime in the tubes, and it does not freeze apparently. I don't believe them, but let's put this valve stem back in. It's probably plenty of slime. It was a good 1.5 ounces there or something. You don't need much. Alright, let's put a few pounds in this tube just to get the slime to take shape. And then we will take this old tire and tube off, which is perfectly fine for... Hello? Which is perfectly fine for a used bike. But alas, we are making something better than your average used Schwinn Hollywood. There, I can feel the slime in there. I can feel it down in there. That's good. Let that sit for a second while we take this wheel and tire apart. Let's put this back where it goes, because we are officially done with the slime right now. And like I said earlier, these come with a slime inner tube. I don't think they come with this. You have to buy a tube, and then you can get the little tool. But, you know, English bikes come with... some English bikes come... This is just a valve stem from an old car rim, and I cross-threaded this on there really tight and use it as a tool. But some English bikes come with a little cap like that on the valve stem, and there's a piece of rubber shaped like a cone that covers the dirt, because English folks are very concerned about dirt on their bikes. Anyway, on English bikes you can get this cap, so you don't have to have this. There's also a special tool made. I guess I could show you one. Let's check it out. See if I got one here. Yeah, I got one here from the 30s. Anyway, this tool is from the 30s, and it's made so you can undo the valve stem, which we'll do right here. We'll show you right now. This is a really nice one, old school. And also this has the threaded end on this side, so when you're working on like a Model T or something, a Model A car, something with a tube, you would pull this through the rim, and it would prevent the tube from going back inside the automobile rim or the motorcycle rim or whatever you're doing. That would thread on there, see? And you could also pull. You could also pull on the tube. And you could also pull, if you're putting one of these rubber tubeless ones in a rim, you could put it on there and pull it through. So it's nice to have these old tools. They really, old tools are better than new tools, obviously, and it's a nice piece to have. This one's made from the 30s, probably. And we will take the stem out. We will take the Schrader valve core out right now. And when you do this on cars, it's a different pressure involved. It's a little higher. And be careful if you're using it. And usually when you undo it on a car tire, especially a modern one, there's a large whistling noise towards the end. When you take the core out, it kind of sounds like a bomb. But on bikes, not so much. Okay, always kind of check the seal there. Oh, that rubber looks pretty good. A little checked. That's a good use too. We'll use that later. Not today though. We got a new tube with slime. Anyway, let's take this off. And also, I didn't want to use this one. It's a little scarred up here. There's a little cut up there from somebody riding it with low pressure. Usually that happens when some person thinks they can ride a bike on a low tube. If you're really careful, you can get away with it. But if you're not careful and you don't know what you're doing, the tube goes sideways like that, and it cuts it against the rim. So try not to ride your bike on low, unless it's a really emergency. Try to ride your bike on decent pressure. Hang on a sec. Oh, sorry about that, folks. There was some door-to-door salesman or something. I don't know what his problem was. We're not buying anything, especially from people knocking on your door. Sorry about that. We put the fire out. Actually, the dog scared them so badly they left. Yeah, anybody with a clipboard is usually highly suspect. Okay, so we got that core out, and we're gonna pop this really old used S7. When tires are this old, as you can see, you just pop them off. There's really no question about that. Okay, we will save this though, so let's put the core back in, because I will hang this back up on the rack. And you know, it's a decent S7 tire. It's okay. Nothing to write home about, but it holds air, and this original Schwinn approved made in USA tube, which has a slight cut on the valve stem. Not too bad though. This is what I was talking about. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. That little cut right there, that's from somebody riding it on low pressure. It's not bad. It's not close enough to really make a difference. When the cut's further down in here, that's when it leaks. But this is still a good used tube and a good used tire. We will save it. I'll put it on the rack. You know, we don't throw anything away unless it's really bad. Okay, so this is our new tube, and it's new, and it's got slime in it, and it fits 1.5 to 1.75, and it's kind of a dinky, small little Kenda, but it'll be okay. It'll pump up to what we need it to do. So we got it to take shape, and like I said earlier, with the back tire, always run your hand around through. You don't know what was happening at the factory. Somebody might have been having a bad day, playing a joke on someone, putting something in the tire. Always run your hand. You're supposed to actually use a rag so you don't poke your hand on a tack or something, or a piece of wire. Just make sure that's happy. Make sure the wire bead looks okay. Now this one's been sitting a whole day, and you can see it already looks better. Since it wasn't folded in a figure eight anymore, it kind of took shape, and it already kind of looks better than that back one we put on. And let's pop it on. We'll throw it in there and we'll pump it up. And I was noticing that the cones of the front wheel, in my haste repacking it the other day, it's not too good. It's a little loose. And you know what I say, I make the mistakes, so you don't have to. Well, you don't want to run a loose cone on the front wheel. Okay, so as we were looking at this, let's get it under the extreme light here. This is a front S7, and it is stamped tubular S7 there, and it is stamped tubular S7 also here. There's one, okay, and there's two. So that's a double stamp rim. I think Schwinn did that just to make sure, no matter what, that they'd be stamped S7. But on some Stingrays, it's center stamped in the knurling part. But a lot of the S7 front wheels for larger bikes are double stamped. There's one, and there's a lighter stamp there. Ooh, double stamped. Oh, it's collectors. No, it's not. Okay. We'll check the We will check the liner. It's the original liner, but we will check it. I can tell it's the original liner because it actually fits. There's nothing wrong with that liner. I'm going to let it be. That can sit there and be a liner until World War IV, which might be coming soon. Okay, let's pop it on here. We get one lip on. And like I said on the back one, it'd be nice not to use any chemicals like Armor All or tire wax, or we could use some silicone spray to seat it. I don't think we're going to use anything to seat it. I think we're just going to pop it on. And since it's a new tire, I'm letting air out of it right now, so it'll go on. And since it's a new tire, it should just pop on and seat pretty good. Now, I've got plenty of tire levers right here. Whole bunches of them, of various configurations. And that's great. But on an S7, brand new S7 wheel, brand new S7 tire, and it is an actual S7 wheel, it should just pop it on with your thumbs. You really should have no problem. You know. No problem. Okay, let's pump this up and see if it seats without chemicals. We'll put a couple pounds in it and I'll bounce it around a little bit. I can already tell that this is sucked in. And this is good. That's nice and straight. Always push this up a little bit too. Before there's a lot of pounds in there, push that up a little bit and make sure that the tube isn't interfering with this part of the bead to seat. Doesn't happen a lot on cruiser tires, but on smaller, skinnier 10-speed tires, especially when you run the thorn-proof tubes, which are a little thicker, it tends to interfere. Like the tube will pop up this way. The tube will be too far down, and it'll prevent this from seating right here on each side, and there'll be like a lump. It doesn't really happen on cruiser tires, but it does happen on 10 speeds and skinnier wheels. Just thought I'd let you know. That's definitely leaking. Okay, I'm looking this over and I can tell it actually looks pretty good. Maybe we won't have to spray anything on the tire to make it seat. Let's give it a little spin and see. With both hands holding it nicely. No, that is just the paint from it not being a quality West Wind white wall. And this side is also just the paint. There's nothing wrong with that rim. There's a slight up hop there, but I think it's the rim. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. Yeah. All right. Let's see how many pounds are in this. And like I said earlier, it says 45 on the tire. Let's see what's in here. There is, looks like 42. Let's put a few more pounds in. $49, almost $50. We'll take it. And when you don't have the stem in the up position and you put air in it, this is what happens when you have slime. You see that green stuff? So try to have the stem up there when you put air in it or let air out. Okay, just because you don't want to wipe off slime all day. This rim has been cleaned many times. It is very scratched. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It was a free rim. I'm not complaining. Thank you, Fred. But it has been probably cleaned a few times with the wrong steel wool. Maybe a coarser grade. You can kind of see the scratch marks on there. It's not bad, though. All right, let's adjust the cones. and put this on the bike. All right, we're doing good. Nice and warm out here today. Let's get this green stuff off the rim. Good. All right, put our cap on. And a quick, this cone, these cones are a little bit, you can kind of hear it when I'm shaking it. It's a little bit wonky. All right, we need a 14 cone wrench. That's a 14, that's a 13. Can you guys even see? Kind of. Help me out here, bro. Okay. That is a 13 cone wrench and a 15 box wrench, and we're going to just make this a little tighter. It was just a little bit on the clanky side. And we can't have that. Trying to get this to be. There is a tool you can put in your vise that holds these threads. It's nice to have. It's like this little split threaded tool. And you can put it in the vise and hold the actual threaded part of the axle. And you don't have to do so much of this back and forth holding it from the other side thing to make it right. But you don't have to have it. It's just a little kind of a finesse thing if you do. Okay, I like that much better. Let's tighten that up and call it a day. Okay, no more clanking around. That's good. Okay, one more thing. I have a request for you viewers. If anybody out there has one of these opaque blue plastic caps, I'll show you what it looks like on. I only have one. It's rare to find these nowadays. I don't know if Schwinn, if they came on Schwinn's or not, but they came in different colors. This is kind of like an opaque blue one, and it would go here. And I only have one. I have two of these anodized ones. Whoopee, big deal. It would really be nice to have the other opaque blue cap. If someone has one out there or a set, let me know. You know, it'd be nice. And with over 2,400 subscribers, I'm sure somebody has got one of these. I only have one. So for now, we're going to put the anodized one, which I do have two of, on. All right, let's throw this on. I think I'm going to stop you guys just for a second, because you've seen me put a front wheel on before. So let me clean this fender up, and I'll get back to you. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Doodly-doo, 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 doodly-doo. Okay, yeah, we got it about 80% there. It's looking pretty fly, folks. I don't think this seat's ever going to really come back. You can see the opaque blue color more here where the sun didn't get to it, and a little bit here. Yeah, you might be able to get a little more back, but not much. The grips came out really nice. It's got nice white walls on it now. We got to put the chain on. I think I'm going to break down and buy a chrome Z chain or something nice. Those Wally World chains, they're really bad. I have some other garage door chain, a big roll of it, but this bike really deserves a chrome chain. I know it didn't come with this stock, but you got the 20 tooth cog in the back. You're already not stock, you know. It should really deserve a chrome chain, I believe. Anyway, yeah, I got some bow pedals for it. The graphics are strong on the frame, a little faded right here, obviously. There's chips and stuff, you know, where people put their feet. A little bit there. A little bit more on the other side. You know, it's a 6+, 7+ bike out of the scale. It's got some paint loss here. And some more here. Somebody may have locked it up with a chain at one point. Because usually when there's a bunch of chips here, that means, you know, boys or kids put their feet here when they're ghost riding around. But when you see stuff down here on the side, it might have been somebody locking it up with a chain, which is unfortunate. This is not tight yet because I'm leaving it loose until I put the chain on. Everything's pretty clean. I did notice, now I don't know if I took this off for another bike. I don't think I would have done that. Maybe the Hollywood didn't come with this. There's a chrome piece here, and it looks like that, but for a bigger fork. This is obviously for the 27-inch fork. It looks like this, but it's bigger. And I can't really tell. There's no witness marks. As if maybe it never had it. Maybe this year didn't have it. I always thought the more fancier bikes had it. But maybe this was just the lower end of the Hollywood scale, you know. Maybe it didn't have that. I'll have to look in the catalog. That'll tell me. I mean, I can look at the picture in the catalog and see if that's there. Yeah, this is about 80%. It's got the Exercycle seat post. I'm going to leave that in there. I really like that for taller people. We got to get some bow pedals. I have those. This front wheel's all adjusted up. It's looking pretty good, folks. It's looking pretty presentable. I got to find the reflector piece for there. I have the reflector. I just don't have the little holder for the bigger fender. It shined up pretty good, folks. It's not bad. I'd say it's a 6+ out of 10. It's a presentable, rideable bike. Well, it will be when I actually finish it. It's coming along, though. Yes, it's really nice. Now, remember, big points to you if you can find me one of these or a set. They're opaque blue. They're plastic. They came on bikes in the 60s. And to tell you the truth, I don't know if Schwinn put these on opaque blue bikes. I've seen them on opaque blue bikes of different makes and manufacturers, but I don't know if this is a Schwinn item or not. If you have one of these, or if you have a set, please let me know. We'll do some trading. You know, we're good at that. Okay, well, ta-ta for now, and I hope this has been informative, and this Hollywood will be for sale. I've decided that we will pass it on just in time for Valentine's Day. It's a smaller frame, but has the larger Exercycle post, and it has the 20 tooth in the back. It's not done yet. I'll do another video, the final, and I will go test it. I know the frame and fork are good. I have ridden this bike before I put it in the box and neglected it for 8 years. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You guys are doing great, man. Go out to your garage and do your thing. If you don't have some junk to work on, go out and get it, or I can send you something. Okay, peace out. Thanks for tuning in to Faulkner Fixes All. And let's start this new year right. We need some more subscribers. Tell your friends. Yeah, like, comment, tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, which I probably don't. And yeah, carry on, my good friends. Goodbye. Woo! Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo.